What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another Echocalypse video. That's right, the game is out globally. I don't know if it's Echocalypse or Echocalypse. Echocalypse maybe just sounds way better personally, but it is out globally, so make sure you're jumping on here if you plan to actually play the game. The pre-registration rewards are pretty damn fire. So let's get into it. You guys already see me. So we are in the beginning of the game. You get to choose a name for yourself. So you get to choose a female or a male character. Now, because I am going to be surrounded by waifus, I'm going to choose myself a male character. And go ahead with Payneblade YT. That is going to be the name I'm going to be sticking with. So if you plan to play, please add me as a friend and we can definitely do this together. Now, the game, if you don't know, is a gacha RPG with a abundant amount of eye candy plus some pretty damn good gameplay. So we're going to look into this here. Sova is one of the beginning characters. I'm not going to go into the storyline too much, but you can click the skip button. It actually gives you a little bit of a summary. So the story right now is this war is waging, and then these girls got involved. Essentially, we were casualties, and my sister, Reina, has been targeted by dangerous people for some reason. So they have now taken her hostage, and we're looking to get them back while taking care of business here. Okay, so this is, if you've seen the original video I made, this is the intro fight here that kind of introduces you to some of the characters that you're going to be meeting right away and also having on your team, plus some of the enemies you're going to be facing along the way. Now you guys can see here, it is a chibi RPG with gacha elements to it, and of course some artwork and some animations when you attack. Your main character, your MCs right here, ends up being actually one of the better characters in the game apparently, and you can level them up pretty quick. And then of course the gacha system will be used for summoning your waifus. Okay, so you guys can see here, we just passed away. Fenreru's here, Aiken is here, or Aiken. And now these girls are gonna clean house, right? So they're here to the usual tutorial system where they're just gonna whoop the ass of the opponent. So we're gonna do this video a little differently today. I'm gonna go ahead and get through the tutorial. I'm gonna push myself to get the pre-registration rewards, and then we're gonna look at some of the C content. I'm gonna set up some tier lists for you guys. We're gonna look at some of the reroll guides and who you should be going for in the beginning. So a lot more content to come for this game. I'm actually gonna be playing it because this is kind of down my alley when it comes down to the gameplay and eye candy. So, and at the same time, to be quite honest, the game itself, like I said, is actually not bad. I played it in C for a little bit to get a feel for it, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. So, definitely going to be covering this game. I'm going to be probably playing it on BlueStack, so that'll be where I'm going to be using my emulator, but we'll talk more about all that later on in a different video. But you guys can see here some of the better characters obviously have better animations, more damage obviously, and the transformed Horus looks pretty damn cool. So let me get through this tutorial, guys. I'll be back with the pre-registration rewards. We'll talk all about those and what else you can expect for more Echocalypse or whatever the hell we're going to call this game once I figure out the real name for it. All right, guys, this is Payne. I'll talk to you guys very shortly. Alright guys, so when you start going through the tutorial, you're going to get yourself a chance to do a one-time draw. This is going to be most likely a scripted draw. So let's just see who we get here. If it's the same as C, then I know it is scripted. Global is a little bit different, by the way. Now Nook, I think it's the exact same. Yeah, it is exactly the same. So I just want to let you guys know real quick while I'm doing this that Global and C are actually a little bit different for the characters. So their skill sets have actually changed a little bit. They're more in tune to the CN version. So I'm actually going to be going through Discord and going through the CN version to kind of see where the tier lists are there and what characters have changed and what the skills are. So when I do present you guys the tier list coming up very soon, it's going to be an accumulation of knowledge from various other players who have been playing this on the CN version, as well as some of the knowledge from the existing players that are currently in Discord and have helped obviously put this together. So shout out to them. When you do get the tier list from me, it's going to be an accumulation of that put together, just so you guys are aware. It's not my own knowledge. I am going to read the kits obviously, and I'm going to put together what I can, but their experience firsthand is going to be pretty much the best way of understanding how to rate a lot of these units and where we're going to place them and who you should be going for early on in the game. Okay, so just so you guys are aware of that. So let's go ahead and continue going through the tutorial here. Again, I'm not going to bore you guys with this because I've already done a video that's exactly covering this whole thing. The next thing, my next set here is I'm going to push until I get to the pre-registration gifts. We're going to look over those, and then again we're going to talk about some of the new units you should be going for early on, and then we'll do a brand new tier list for you guys, a reroll guide, and then a beginner's guide once I get all that going. All right, here we are, guys. Now shortly after you start going through the tutorial, you do your summon, you do, I think, a battle or two, you're going to actually get a chance to check out the mail. This is where the pre-registration is going to happen. So Awakeners, welcome aboard. Teslovic. Teslovic is a warm family, is a senior member of the organization. Cough, cough. It's my responsibility to give you some little help. These coupons can be used for discounts when shopping, and these daily 10 times draw tickets can be exchanged with Euro for 10 times daily draws to replenish new equipment and teammates for you. Finally, Fenriru, the Lieutenant Colonel Commander of Teslovic, will join your squad for training tomorrow. Remember to report, okay? Lieutenant Colonel Fenriru is a very strict person. So you guys can see here, this is the 10 times draw. Definitely use that, and this is how the reroll is going to happen. 200 crystal coupon. This is to get yourself 200 crystals at a discounted price. Is valid for 24 hours. This is actual Iridi Morphite, which I believe is going to be used as your main currency for summoning and other stuff as well. And then, of course, gifts to give your SSRs or anyone else you decide to. So claim this. This is where your 10 times ticket is going to matter, and this is where you're going to be doing your reroll. So going into the summoning system when it is available, that's where you're going to want to start doing that. Okay, so this is a top up. You guys can see here, this is where you get your SSR. If you do top up, you get Shiyu. So again, we're going to talk all about this very shortly. We're going to see where Shiyu stands in the tier list and if it's worth going for. Now, this account is going to be strictly free to play, just so you guys are aware of this. So there is going to be absolutely zero spending here, so I can kind of keep up with you free to play players and give you guys the best free to play content possibly out there, like I normally do in other games as well. All right, folks, we finally made it to chapter 3. So we have completed chapter 3, and of course chapter 4 will allow you to use your pre-registration guides. But before we get to chapter 4 and do that, what you want to do is you want to start doing your selected 10 times draws. Now, this is where you're going to actually be able to do 100 free draws and hopefully get the units you want. Now, the question on everyone's mind is going to be, what SSRs are worth going for? So I'm going to break this down for you guys. There's really 3 decent choices here that I would highly recommend going for. So if you are going to go for Kiki, which is going to be a burst DPS from the banners, then your best choice is going to be Dina. Dina is by far the best healing support unit in the game, especially for raw heals. She has the strongest heals in the game, and also is going to be probably the best healer for quite some time on your team. Okay, so Dina is definitely worth the investment in regards to getting an SSR. So that's option number 1. Option number 2, if you want another support, then you are going to be looking for Pan Pan, who actually is also another support healing unit, but provides AoE shields. So depending how you want to go about it, she does give herself a shield that's worth her max HP to herself and 2 random allies. She blocks the next control effect for allies in her same row. So she does have quite a bit, and she also starts the battle with full rage with that first skill, right? So keeping in mind, she also has physical damage, right, versus Dina, who I believe is in fact magical damage, right? So there you go, magic damage. Now she does do single target. Pan Pan does the row. So really, you're not looking at their damage at all. You're really looking at right here, which is heal versus shield. So I think personally Dina is a better option still overall, but it's your choice between the two of them. Now in terms of DPS, the only one I think I would recommend that's very useful in my opinion is going to be Zawa. So those are the 3 I would go for. Now Zawa has a really cool thing that she does. She obviously does the blind option, but she also steals buffs from opponents and applies it to herself, making it really, really powerful, and also making her a good choice against bosses especially, right? So you guys can see Zawa uses unique magic, deals 166 magic damage to the enemy in the corresponding position, and surrounded enemies with a 40% chance to apply blind. And then as you go further down here, she has other options that she eventually does, like reduces target healing, etc., right? And then chance to transfer the target's attribute buffs up to 2 buffs per target to herself. So very, very powerful later on in the game, and actually pretty good early on. So good control unit, and as well as a good DPS. So that's what we're going to do. So let's just go in here and try this 10 times draw. And again, our goal is to get Dina, Zawa are my 2 options. I don't really care about anybody else. At that point, I'm just kind of like hoping. There we go, got Dina already. So that's the first thing I wanted to get. Okay, so Aurora, Cayenne, Raven, and for me, I think that's it. That's all I'm going to be going for. Again, we have 10 times to summon, and the fact that we got Dina right away is very, very good. So our results will be there. So let's keep going here and let's see if we get a better pull. And after this, guys, we just finished up chapter 4, use the free 10 tickets that we were provided, and hopefully we get something else that we want from that, and then that's it. You're done after that. So Towerette, not a very good unit. I think she's C tier if I recall. Let's see what else we get across here. Now I'm curious to see if we can get ourselves multiple 5 stars or 5 stars, SSRs. Sorry, I'm so used to saying 5 stars because I'm playing so many different games. SSRs. So let's go here, do another one. See what we get this time. Okay, another Tara. Okay. All right, so we're gonna probably bypass that. We got one SR as well. SRs do matter, by the way, especially if you're gonna be free to play. There, you know, you want your full team of SSRs, obviously, but SRs will play a pretty big role in the beginning, especially to get you through some of the content that's gonna be a little more difficult. And then eventually, like tomorrow, for example, we get Fenrir, right? That's why I want a healer, because I'd rather have a healer. There's Nightingale. So this is D tier healer, so I wouldn't recommend that. Definitely go for Dina over her. Okay. So we know we're not getting that one for sure. Let's keep going. Here, we'll skip the animation because we know we're getting a 5-star. Regina. Okay, I think Regina's a C tier if I recall. Oh, we got 2 SRs though there, so that's not bad. But again, Dina's what we want. I'm very happy to have gotten her the first time, but it's less stress on my end. Okay, what do we got left? 5 more. We'll, again, bypass that animation. Another Nightingale. Okay, so yeah, definitely don't go for Nightingale. Again, Dina or Pan are your 2 best supports in this list, so go for those guys for sure. If you guys want to see Nightingale skills, of course, you can go and check it out in the gallery. Baphomet. I think Baphomet was... I'm trying to remember. I think she was C tier as well. Okay. So definitely going to skip this. The only other option, again, I'm going to see if I can get, and I'll debate between the 2 of them, is going to be if we get... Zawa Bastet. No, Bastet is actually D tier, I think, if I recall. Oh, I think that was Zenhana, but we get her anyways for free, I believe. That's a good unit to have. A good SR unit, at least. Okay, we got 2 more guys. Let's see what we end up with here. Oh, there we go, Zawa. Oh, okay. Yanling. This is going to be a tough one. I probably will still go with Dina, to be honest, because I know I'm getting Fenrir tomorrow, but we got 2 of those. It's not a bad pull, actually. That's really good. Let's just see if we get a better Dina pull. This is the last one. Come on, Dina. Oh, another Nightingale. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm pretty comfortable with that Dina pull. I'm probably gonna go stick with that. So Zawa is a really good choice as well, and I think she actually had the better pull overall. Draw results. Let's take a look. Yeah, look at that. Like, look, Regina had 3 SRs, and Zawa had 2. Damn, that's tough. That's a tough one. Yeah, I'm probably gonna stick with Dina just for now because I'd rather have the healer, because I know tomorrow I'm going to be getting myself Fenrir, right? So, okay, so we got to get to chapter 7 now to get this done. So there you guys go. That's who you want to go for. Those are the 2 units, Zawa and Dina. Finish up chapter 7 now, and once you finish chapter 4, you're going to get yourself your other summon options, right? So make sure you do that too. And then you guys can then start playing the game and start saving for other banners. The next banner coming up is going to be probably Icon. I highly recommend saving for her, but definitely go for Kiki if you're going to go for Dina. And if you're going to go for Zawa, you could also consider going for Audrey as your next options. All right, guys, this is Payne. There you guys go. There's my summon selection. Let me know what you guys end up getting. We'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.